safe, but you know, when you're an AD carry, if you're thinking about Tempered Fate as your win con, you know, I can shut that down. Then your comp has other issues, I think.
Yeah.
The Jarvan, because he also swapped down here, was losing the lane before, then loses the lane in the swap, and so Dplus just running this early game from Prio alone. Saw that all-in attempt from Morgan there. He's like, well, I at least gotta get his health. I don't think he thinks he can kill there, but he's like, if we get his health low, he'll have to back. He'll have to either then decide to TP to the fight or give me plate gold on the top side, but he misses the ultimate. And so they just don't get anything here. It is Chemtech Soul off the double dragon, so pretty low roll here for Dplus.
Accepting that fact. At least they've shored up a lot of the gold deficits from the lane, so Bro have that going for them. As Apollo just going to throw out the ult here, and the Mega Cone out from Lucid means that we don't have the Magna Storm coming in from the side of Apollo, but we have the rest of the engage. The Shockwave going to hit Barrel only, as now Lucid is totally fine, and everybody's baited into the Aurora ult. In comes Lucid with the Mega Cone engaged. They try to turn onto him. A lot of CC comes out from him, but that's going to be about it, as he does go down, as eventually Palu as well will follow suit. Really, the only question is when, as that'll be the win for DK in this fight. As down he goes, the kill goes to Barrel.
Barrel notorious for being a bloodthirsty bard. Rel ult, but we can turn on this, but Tempered Fate's pretty strong.
A little dive on a Showmaker, but he's totally fine, and Krakos is dead! Looks like a dive went horrifically wrong in the bottom lane, as that's going to be feats of strength here for the side of Dplus Kia.
As he goes for the engage under turret Ragro, and now I don't even want to know what's going on down here.
Yeah, Apollo a bit zoned, and yeah, Barrel going to take that kill, absolutely. Could have maybe waited for Tibbers to get the kill, but that's a little bit dangerous. You're wasting a lot of time, so better to just take it. Now we got a 2-0-1.
Lots of L's here for Bro in the early game. Find themselves only 2,000 gold behind, but tempo is completely against them. Apollo loses a fourth of his health bar.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're desperately trying to get in here and challenge this Rift Herald. I mean, they're even going to redemption it, as it looks like it's just going to be up to the eye hit. It goes over to Lucid, barely. He's got a Mega Cone to get in and get the eye and get out, as he's Jarvan. Nice little Mission Impossible play there from Lucid. DK, Showmaker's getting the bottom turret.
Yes, the Blast Cone denied either of them being hit by the redemption.
In this game, though, the Blast Cone usage has been very good. I've been actually very, very pleased. It's mostly been engaged. It's not like guys running away and just taking them for free because they were there. And, you know, lack of interaction until it's just like some random RNG chance. And it's actually been, like, good Blast Cone usage. So I've actually enjoyed it myself this game, which is a rare sight.
It is. Rare sight, rare sound.
You know, the Rel is not really going to be able to threaten Corki ever. This is what happens when you blind pick the Rel again. As now we're going to get another Tempered Fate in. This Barrel wants to not take the redemption, actually. They want to just get away from this one. Morgan TP's into the fight, but he's not really doing anything, just has to run away.
Tipper's going to do a lot of damage on the zone here as well. Herald gets dropped here. This turret is just gone, and they might even be able to get the inner as well. They're grouped for it. Charge is going to go through. I thought perhaps they were going to try to deny the charge, Dplus that is, to kill the turret first and then look for a follow-up there. Instead, they back away. They don't have the Tempered Fate. And they just play a little bit safer here. Tipper's also down, but was very useful there to...
Yeah, did see it. I think it was built yesterday as like a second item. Or maybe it was last week.
Here of the approach of Dplus to even look for that. They now kite away, but I think they're just going to have to back away from this entirely. If they hold this, they will regret it. Palu looking for a flank here, but is seen.
I mean, you're playing into Bard as well. Like, Barrel can set up this fight with an ult if need be, if you're going to get it very low. The engage, though, goes on a Showmaker, and the Tempered Fate is late. Same time, though, Morgan just going to be picked off. For some reason, on the top side, looks like aiming and Lucid were able to catch him. Exhaust comes in on a Krako. Now massive Aurora ult on a 4. Catches everyone, and they try to turn on a Shiu. He just gets away, and the ticking damage is insane. Everybody's super low. Hype can't do enough. He has to be in melee range. Krako falls as well. And it's not a leaf shot Otacon, but it's going to be Otacon still for DK on top of a gigantic
setup,
fight.
but I think they stayed on it way too long.
Yeah, like you said, it was, you know, a bit of desperation. You can look for a turn, but the execution, man, it is Rise Group, baby, after all. That's just the way it goes sometimes. As now, we do have the Chemtech Soul up and available for DK if they win another fight here with Otacon with this gigantic gold lead that they have for this point in the game, 6,000. You're feeling pretty good. Aiming is just Valkyrieing into Ambessa and not caring at all. Lucid looking for the kill now on a Morgan as he immediately turns that one around. Morgan gonna have the redemption as well. Misses his ult though. Xiu just runs in and dies. Does get a big ult himself, but now both the top laners down. Beryl is out, and that is not the ult we were looking for, Paulo, as he is immediately just going to be pummeled by Lucid, and the damage from this Corki is just obscene as finally Showmaker gonna join the fight. Flash W's and gets the pick off, and that will be Chemtech Soul for DK.
And the fight looked kind of good there for Bro in its initial outset. I mean, Xiu got a lot done with his ultimate, but fell instantly. Beryl is
also... A couple of
also
interesting stats we showed as well, that Xiu has actually done more damage than aiming. I'm actually a bit surprised by that, but he has had some really huge ults. Also, that Krako's down 2 levels on the Pantheon. You know, this is a big prio pick right now in the LCK. As speaking of which, the Pantheon is bot lane. We'll see if they can even kill Xiu. He's desperately trying to get to the other side. And yes, he goes down, but you're giving over this as Palu does have Smite.
He does have Smite. He will be able to potentially try to get over the wall here.
Pantheon has his ult, but I feel like it's a little bit too little too late. Palu, it's going to come down to you as he goes over the wall, and it's not going to go to you at all as Lucid is able to smite it down. Has the advantage there. The shockwave, just desperation as Dplus Kia, they give up their top laner for Baron.
That's not jungle Rel. That's not old damage to monsters Rel.
Okay. Not the best magical journey, but it's just okay. Closer just okay. He's dead up on the top lane, and meanwhile, Beryl actually baited this a little bit. We got Tibbers in here. Showmaker says, I can take the 1v4. It's fine.
Dplus?
I have Zhonya's, and the rest of the team is trying to come on over here, and by the rest of the team, I mean Lucid. And the TP is coming in. I suppose that's why he kept on going on this. No flag available for Lucid. Now he gets it back. As now we've got the Aurora back in the fight, and immediately it is going to be the long-term bait and switch here as triple kill comes through. And, well, the disengage cone does come in, but that's fine as Dplus Kia will just push mid.
Every time it feels like in these drafts, Dplus have maybe made a bit of an overextension, maybe playing a little bit with their food. She was like, I got this. Gets a penta on the Nexus defense on this champ. This time around is going to win them the team fight, picks up a triple. And Dplus here, you know, with a responding Sivir in 20 seconds, can't kill the Nexus, I don't think, unless Bro make a mistake here on their attempted defense of this inhibitor, which they should absolutely let go. But this game is all but over. It has been for a while, but this is kind of the cherry on top here for Xiu. I'm big up him. My top laner, as in live, we're having a bit of a tussle. But I want to see Xiu clean up again. Oh, this is boring.
Oh, we got to see the Pantheon losing. You know, that's very important for morale here at the LCK. As the engage from Paulo once again not quite in, and the damage out of Xiu now is just disgusting. Level 17, big shockwave comes in, but I think they're just a bit too far behind as Beryl is eventually going to go down, but everybody else just gets blown to smithereens. It's a quadra for aiming at the end of this one, and that will be game number 1. Going the way of Dplus Kia. 11-0 was aiming on the Corki, who absolutely just took over the game. As that'll do it. Seems like a pretty strong lane, but he's just going to go with the Alistar or the Nautilus.
Nautilus is what I expected. Very strong on the Zeri. It's been one of the oldest counter picks in the book.
I just couldn't help myself, you know. I had to get it. I had to do it. Sorry,
see the flag there, right there?
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a coffee machine right back there. He's brewing.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
You can make it out, right?
Yeah. Ooh, equalizer here. Level 6, and... Oh no, Morgan, not like this! As the evidence from Dagon not really coming to fruition.
Right before his coffee was done!
Although Crazy Croco? No, just the TP. Just gonna come through. And that's first blood in a solo kill going over to Xiu mid lane. And so... really staking their claim on the grubs.
I don't think Bro
is coming in.
I don't know if Bro should really look to fight this. They're going to teleport the Rakannon, who again does not have ult, like you say. Beryl does.
Yeah, I don't really think you can fight this. They're trying to get on top of Xiu, though, as the equalizer comes down, and immediately Bro is like, well, we got to turn around now. Bit of damage is done to Xiu as in comes the Spirit Rush. Croco trying to engage. The rest of the team not able to follow up at all as the charm comes through after the flash here. And now finally we have Closer coming on in. Morgan has to flash the wall himself, but bit of extra damage comes in from Showmaker. Flash on him with the Q. Gets the kill on a Croco. That's going to be a big win here in the early game for DK as they're getting the grubs. They're getting the top plates. They're getting the kills, Wolf.
You know, the crazy thing about, I keep criticizing Ahri in these drafts because so many times in pro games, you see Ahri Vi, let's just say, for example. Why? Because it's so simple as, press R to interrupt a back. Barrel's going to do that. Morgan out as well. Imagine that's a double. Like, Showmaker's like, it doesn't matter. I don't need setup.
He just gets the kills. And he did get the 1 kill. He got the 2 stacks on his Dark Seal already. As Subjugate going to be utilized here. They want to fight big time. Lucid just running in a straight line at them. As now we have the hook to come in. Palu forced to engage onto the Ahri. That's not going to work out. As now Hype 1v3. We do have the knockback is huge from Closer. But a bit of damage over the wall. And Hype is all alone. The charm comes in. And yes, they lost their Nautilus. As Closer now wants to do a bit more. It looks like they should be able to take out Lucid, or maybe not, actually. The flash over the wall, and he is going to be just fine. And even Showmaker just playing with his food, just making room for aiming to push them away. And Dplus get away with way too much.
Totally insane. Like, that, he should have been dead, like, by rights. Like, there were so many reasons why Showmaker should not have walked out alive. And you know what? I think it's a Majai's game. You don't die there. Well and truly rolling down the hill. It's not Talia's. She doesn't have a snowball, but like he has ice. So
yeah, I was wondering where you're going with that one. As now, even holding on to the subjugation, says Lucid, they don't even need that, as that's going to be another kill and 2 more stacks for Showmaker. This game is
already got feats of strength, but he's going to take it just the same.
Yeah, all 3 going their way, and I mean, I'm just really surprised they gave over the Rumble, especially to someone like Shiu, who,
Closer's Talia, phenomenal, right? Best individual of the year, I've been saying. But it has caught up with him a little bit. We'll get more on the comp later, as we are going to have a bit of a fight here on Herald.
All right, they're engaging onto the Trundle. Definitely not the right choice here, as Krako getting extremely low. Might live because of the redemption. So much going down, but no, he's going to fall. The Rift Herald also goes over to DK, and it's kind of a lackluster attempt from Bro to try to fight over this objective. They wanted to sneak it away, and instead they're going to end up losing a bunch of lives, plus the objective, which is going to be summoned here in the mid lane.
And I mean, is that just it? Did Bro just get 2-0'd, like with not even a whimper? It feels in this entire series. I guess so. You know, this is not the Bro we saw crush Dplus the last 2 times. He's going to get another charge here.
Easy.
Top
the angle.
Bye-bye.
But wait, it was already dead. Use it again.
Shiu is like
getting like, I don't want any piece of that. Majai's already purchased.
Yeah, we knew it was coming. It's Showmaker.
It's just the fact that it's already online is it's just not okay. Kraka's gonna have to flash away. That's not what you want to do on the Wukong. So now Bro are like, well, we got to do something, right? We're gonna go in. We're gonna try to take the fight, but instead it just leads to total disaster because they're not even going to get Barrel. It just seems kind of very half-hearted at the moment. Is now the flash on in, they're gonna get the clone.
Shiu just not even here, by the way. Just want to point that out. He shows up now.
Yeah, Morgan is just dead as well on top of it all. Had his flash, didn't even bother to use it. He knows 100%. Trying desperately to set up for the Cloud Drake, but instead they just fall flat on their face. Dubro and DK this far ahead, can't miss.
I just starting to wonder like what's Shiu's damage to turrets. The draft, for example, both drafts have been a little bit shaky for Bro. This feels like a round 1, round 2 Bro draft where Morgan's like, I'm one of the best Yoriks in the league. It's a little bit fringe, but I'll play it. And we're like, oh yeah, he's pretty good at that. It's not winning, but I can respect how good he is at it. Now he's just picking it by giving Rumble over them, playing into it. They're losing lanes substantially, getting solo killed. Like, it's kind of a disaster, right? This feels super dated. What we're seeing here from Bro, Hype, fantastic Zeri player. Like I mentioned the comfort on this before. He played it a ton in Challengers, one of his best picks, but find yourself behind. He had that one opportunity to get accelerated. He failed. This is going to be a bit late.
Yeah, they're at least going to get the knockback, but he still had Celestial opposition. So Barrel's like, yeah, cool story. Pillar's going to come down. Now he's going for the re-engage. And even if he goes down, they're all baited into this fight big time. Exhaust goes down onto the Trundle, who really does not care about that at all. The Showmaker just stacking up more and more Majai stacks as if he needed any more. Lucid going to steal that kill, but he's still going to hit 20. And this game was over before this fight, but DK really putting the final nail in the coffin.
When you're behind is...
They're going to try to get the objective bounty, which I think they do get, but they're also going to lose an inhibitor for it. I mean, I suppose it's all you can do at this point. By the way, Baron can't even spawn yet. We're not even there. They're just getting an inhibitor in the bottom lane. And it looks like Cloud Soul on the way for them at the same time.
Yeah, they're just going to back up and set up for that. They already have all vision on the bottom side. Like
How about Otacon, you know?
This is the reason why this trade makes so much sense for Dplus is there's more than just a inhibitor at stake. Is Shiu maybe losing a bounty?
Hide on Bush. As he flashes on in, Hype is dead 100%. Shiu looking for more. Thankfully, there's a lot of people here.
I mean, Closer picks up 1,000 gold, but they're on that Otacon. And there's a super minion wave heading down.
Though, you know.
I don't think I predicted either. I think I predicted DRX against Bros. Closer goes for Hail Mary. Barrel celestially opposed to being picked off.
All right. Well, we got TPs coming in. Shiu is right here. This is an excellent angle for the equalizer. He hits all three of them. And now he is actually going to get knocked up before that Zhonya's does go off. I believe he had that, which is why he was so aggressive. And yeah, doesn't matter because the rest of the team is here. And they will do enough damage to take them down eventually. As Lucid, very tanky, can just kind of dive the turret, but with the Maiden there, actually, he's taking a bit more damage than I expected. Nice ghoulie wall to come in, but Showmaker is here with 25 stacks on the Magi's, and this game, guys, is over, and has been over for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, certainly one of the faster games here this week as Dplus decimate OK Savings Bank BRION. And a match that means very little for Dplus, and a match that for